The meeting corners, Corey Best and Darnell Harris are the safeties.
Well, it seems like substituting players and running people in and out is part of Sherman's plan and part of their game plan this season, and it's been part of their success. I think mixing in different players here and there.
Right.
And getting the younger players involved.
That's kind of what you have to do when you got a team that's laden with sophomores like theirs is. Antoine Duncan, as we talked about all season long, still got aggravated ankle, so he's not in there on the kickoff return. DeJuan Gentry, the deep man. Jamal Hall and Paul Howard also back there. Jeremiah Green, number 27, set to kick it off for the Bearcats. Battle of the Axe 1997 is about to commence, and we are underway. It's a high end over end kickoff. It's short. It's going to be taken by Gentry. He bobbles it at the 25. Now he's got some room, 30, 35, and he's brought down at about the 38-yard line. On the stop was Chris Seegers, number 43, as we set the jacket offense for you. Up front, Andrew Keener is your center. With Chase Archer and Kyle Sylvester, the guards, Chad Carlin, Eddie Baker, the tackles. Nick Bowers will go split out wide right. Antoine Duncan wide left. Aaron Hunt, the tight end. Two guys split out wide right. That's Ronnie Braxton from the fullback position. He's out wide right in the slot. Chris Robertson is the tailback. Terrence Riddick, the quarterback. They're going to fake it, run the option left side. Terrence Riddick is brought down in the backfield. Justin Smith, we talked about him. 6'4", 230 pounds of a senior, and he was in the Denison backfield right away. All the way back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 4 for Terrence Riddick, and it'll be second down and 14 for the Jackets. And quickly the line of scrimmage now with two tight ends and an offset eye. More conventional for the Jackets. Chris Robertson pitch sweep, and he's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. And the Bearcat defense has been stingy all season long. And they're showing exactly why right now.
Well, this is definitely going to be the best defense Denison's come up against all season long, Kenny. And it's going to be interesting to see how they respond to this challenge.
They give Robertson a gain of 1, third down and 13 for the Jackets from their own 35-yard line. Antoine Duncan wide right, two tight ends, and an offset eye with a straight to the right for the Jackets from their own 35. They're going to do an end around. That's Aaron Hunt. He's got all kinds of room. 40, 45, midfield, 45. Aaron Hunt down the sideline, being chased down from behind one man. He finally steps out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Finally pushed out of bounds by Monte Johnson.
Boy, what a great play, Kenny. They had him totally faked out. They ran that reverse off to the, started out to the right side, and the whole Sherman defense just swarmed to the right, just like they swarmed on the play before on Chris Robertson. They ate up on that fake and left Aaron Hunt wide open to the left side of the field.
Well, and it's something we haven't seen all year long. An end around, a 55-yard gain down to the Sherman 10-yard line. And it's just inside the 10, first and goal for the Jackets. 10:35 to go first quarter. Jackets pulling something a little different out of the hat early. Two tight ends, and Nick Bowers is, Tim Bilbrook is a wingback. And they give it to Chris Robertson right up the middle, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go. In on the stop for Sherman, Wes Morrow, number 25. And also in there, number 44, Tim Polk, 5'10", 195. And a sophomore. Lots of sophomores starting for this Sherman team. And man, Jay, it kind of scares you in the next couple of years.
Well, you're right. And, well, by the way, Antoine Duncan just checked in the game here. And looks like flanker back there, wingback type of.
Yeah, well, now he's lined up in the power I right next to fullback Ronnie Braxton. And they're going to fake it to Robertson. No, they gave it to Robertson. They look like they were running the option to the right. Robertson keeps and only gets a couple to the 8. And it'll be third down and goal for the Jackets. And, Jay, a little like Burke Burnett, although Burke Burnett not quite as strong defensively, I don't think, as Sherman, but Burke Burnett stopping Denison early, and then they later on ran it down the throat. But Sherman stopping them right now. Jackets back up quickly on third down and goal from the 9. It's Robertson. Pitch sweep right side and absolutely nowhere to go. First man to hit him was Jason Mahon. And the Jackets are going to try a field goal. Jay, that's a little surprising there on that third goal from the 9. Maybe they didn't want to try something, maybe put the football in the air.
Well, I think that just like in Burkburn now, when they were stuffing Chris Robertson early in the game, the next series is when they came out with the shotgun formation and 4 receivers. That may be something we might see here next.
From the right hash, a 25-yard field goal attempt for Robert Lay. Ball's down in good fashion. Kick is up. And it's good. Jackets gets the first points on the scoreboard. 8:53 to play, first quarter. Denison 3, Sherman nothing. We're back with more Denison Yellow Jacket football in a moment on 101.7 KIKM.
In the first quarter, Denison takes an early lead, 3-0 over the Sherman Bearcats off a 55-yard run by Aaron Hunt end around.
Drive ends up only going 61 yards. And chews up 3:07 off the clock, 25-yard field goal by Robert Lay. Jackets got backed up on their first play in that drive and then decided they needed to pull something else out of the hat.
Right, well that was, the end around was the only play that they had. I mean, they had a couple other plays for 1 yard, but it's always good to get points on the first possession of the game. Gives you offense a little bit of confidence, but I would definitely look for some passing to come if they continue to stuff Chris Robertson and swarm at the line of scrimmage like they were doing.
Robert Lay to kick it off. Eric Bowen back deep. Another sophomore for the Bearcats. Robert Lay's kickoff goes about 4 yards deep. Bowen going to bring it out. Looking for a hole at about the 15, and he's stuffed under by the Jacket kicking team. Ronnie Braxton, first one down there. Adam Chaucho, Bashari Turner, all in on the stop. And the Bearcats set up shop, 1st and 10 at their own 17. Setting the Bearcat offense for you real quickly. Josh Neal is the center. Trey Offit and Blake Sykes, the guards. Neal, by the way, a sophomore. Tackles Rod Fritchman and Seth Morris. Seth Morris, another sophomore. 1st down and 10. Ryan Prock, the quarterback. Antoine Wilson is the fullback. They're running the power I here. 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. It's Antoine Wilson, sweep left. Aaron Hunt hits him as he crosses the line of scrimmage. He gets a couple. Give him a gain of 4 to the 21 for Wilson. Also offensively for Sherman, Tim Polk starts at the fullback position. Derwin Riddick and Corey Best, the wide receivers. Lewis Taylor is the tight end. Justin Smith in there at a tight end spot right now on the right side. Split out wide right is John Brown. Best is wide left. Antoine Wilson, the lone setback. They're going to fake it to him. Prock escapes a man in the backfield. Then he's hit hard. Daniel Vogel brings it down right about the line of scrimmage. Josh Gibson also in on the stop as Aaron Hunt was in Ryan Prock's face as soon as he faked that handoff, and Prock did a nice job of sidestepping him to keep from losing yardage. Setting the Jackets defensively for you, Adam Chaucho and Aaron Hunt. The defensive ends, Michael Phelps and Andrew Keener, the tackles. Linebackers are Paul Howard, Josh Gibson, Daniel Vogel. We'll set the secondary for the Jackets momentarily. Two wingbacks here. And Polk goes in motion to the left. And handoff right up the middle of Antoine Wilson. He stopped. Nice defensive play because about the only man there was Andrew Keener. Was a nice hold. Keener makes the stop. It'll be 4th and 4. The Bearcats will have to punt the football. Got to about the 24. Pick up of 3 there for Antoine Wilson. Talal Harari, an exchange student for Sherman, is the punter. He's at his 10. He punts it away. DeJuan Gentry back deep, and not a real good kick. Rolls out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. Hadn't quite marked it yet, and it's in Sherman territory. Jackets take over in Sherman territory at about the 42-yard line. Jackets get the ball at the 42-yard line for their second drive of the game. So Sherman comes out and couldn't do a whole lot offensively. The Jackets didn't do a whole lot offensively except for one play. And we'll try again. Michael Pugh is in at a tight end spot for the Jackets here. Antoine Duncan split out wide right. Offset eye behind Riddick from the Bearcat 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Jackets, who lead 3-0. 6:52 to play first quarter. Pugh goes in motion from left to right, and it's Robertson running right on the sweep. He's got room. Spins away from one man, but nice job by number 85, Jason Mann, to hang on to Robertson's leg at about the 36. Pickup of 6 for, we'll give him a gain of 7 for Chris Robertson. Second down and 3.
And Kenny, it really looked like Robertson may have broke that one if the leg had not been grabbed that time. I mean, it was a barely snag, I guess you could call it.
Second down and 3 from the Bearcat 35. 2 tight ends. And it's going to be Ronnie Braxton inside, the fullback. Looks like he had a pretty good hole, but then it shuts down. On the stop of the Bearcats was Darnell Harris. At about the Bearcat 33, it's going to be about a yard and a half shy of a first down. Pickup of 3 for Braxton. And now we got to stop at your play. As the football, I guess, was kicked or something, they moved it a little bit. Third down and a long one for the Jackets from the Bearcat 33-yard line. Power I behind Terrence Riddick. Sweep right side, Chris Robertson. He has the first down at about the Sherman 30-yard line, but he was hit hard there. On the stop defensively was Tim Holt. Mark him at the 41, so a pickup of 2 is all. Excuse me, the 31. Pickup of 2 for Robertson. And it'll be a first down and 10 for the Jackets. Chris Robertson again, switch right. He breaks it this time. 20 stays on his feet to the 5 and out of the 2-yard line. Oh. And a flag down late, but that was all Chris Robertson. Nice blocking up front by Josh Gibson, who was into the fullback spot. He's down to the 2. We'll check the flag.
You're probably going to get a late hit. Looks like he fell on him after the,
Pickup of 27 to the 3-yard line.
It was a personal foul.
Personal foul, face mask. Right now, everything kind of going according to schedule. Sherman defense stopping the Jackets a little bit. So far, not enough to keep them from putting some points on the board. 3-0 Jackets lead first quarter, 5:17 to play. And now they get the clock running. So the ball spotted just outside the Sherman 1-yard line. Power I look again for the Jackets with 2 tight ends. Terrence Riddick up under, clock running. First and goal, Jackets from the Sherman 1. Terrence Riddick keeps it himself. He's into the end zone. Yellow Jacket touchdown. Quarterback sneak for Terrence Riddick. Then the Jackets lead at 9-0.
There was really a big hole to go through, Kenny. He didn't have to really sneak and just kind of get in between people. He just kind of stood up and looked around. There was a hole.
Right, lots of times you'll see a quarterback maybe try to take a little dive over the top or whatever they have to do. He just kind of tiptoed around a couple of guys into the end zone. Robert Lay to try the extra point. Snaps back in good fashion. Kick is up. And right down the middle for Robert Lay. 4:59 to play first quarter. Denison Yellow Jackets 10. Sherman Bearcats nothing. Back to more Yellow Jacket football in a moment on KIKM.
Add to their lead in the first quarter here. And Kenny, a little bit, I mean, that was a short drive because they got great field position really on the 42-yard line, but really took it down there pretty strong, looked pretty good. A couple good runs by Chris Robertson, and Sherman made some good stops on some plays, but overall, Denison looked pretty good on that drive, I'd say.
5 plays, 42 yards on that drive. Shoot up a minute 51. Jackets take it 42 yards. Key play, 27-yard run by Chris Robertson. Terrence Riddick with a quarterback sneak, the final 1 yard. Jackets lead the Bearcats 10-0, 4:59 to play. First quarter. Robert Lay to kick it off. Bowen back deep, along with Wes Morrow and Jason Polk. It's going to be Bowen 2 yards deep. He thinks about downing it and then runs it out. He's got a little bit of room, but about the 21, he's finally ran down by Ronnie Braxton again on the stop, along with Adam Chaucho. And also in for the Jackets, Brandon Key, number 41, in on the stop at the 21-yard line. And you can't be making those little stutter steps in the end zone like that.
Well,
you either ring it out or you don't bring it out.
Well, and we talked about it in a lot of the games before this one, Kenny. And I'll tell you about it in a minute. It looks like they're rushing to the line here to get something going.
Wide splits by the Sherman offensive line here. Antoine Wilson, the lone setback. Corey Best wide right. Brown wide left. Give it right up the middle to Antoine Wilson, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage. First man there, Josh Gibson. Paul Howard in on the stop as well. Aaron Hunt helps out a little. No gain for Wilson.
What I was going to say, Kenny, on the kickoffs that we've seen in the previous games we've watched, is that the best success against Denison has come when they just sprint right out of the end zone and not try to stutter, step, and juke. They just run.
Morrow wide left, Best wide right. They're going to give it up the middle again. Antoine Wilson, not a whole lot there. He's got a couple. Corey's brought down. First man in, Adam Chaucho. To the 24 for Antoine Wilson. Pick up of 3 that time. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Cats.
This is kind of a big play for Sherman, really. They need to get something going. They've yet to get a first down, and they've given up 10 points here, and they're kind of deep in their own territory. John
Brown goes left, now comes in motion from left to right, and Prock wants to throw. He rolls his right. Aaron Hunt's in his face. He throws. It's complete to Les Polk at about the 27-yard line, shy of a first down. Josh Gibson, first one there, gets some help, bringing down Polk, and not near enough for a first down for the Bearcats, and they'll have to put the football away once again. They get to the 28-yard line, we'll call it, so a pickup of 4 on that pass play to number 40, Les Polk. Lots of Polks on the Bearcat team, so we'll, try to keep those all straight for you best we can. Jamal Hull and DeWan Gentry stand back just to the Denison side of midfield. As Talal Harari punts another one off, and he gets it off the side of his foot, and it goes out of bounds at about the Bearcat 47-yard line. So again, not a good punt.
20-yarder I've got that time, Kenny.
So 2 bad punts for Harari after averaging 35.5 yards a punt this year.
Well, he's yet to hit that average tonight. He's punted a 32-yarder and a 20-yarder. Obviously, he got that one off the side of his foot, so I wouldn't expect to see that all night long, but
well, he was definitely under some pressure.
Oh yeah, good break for Denison. Again, gets the ball in Sherman territory, and as we've said all year long, Kenny, you just can't do that and expect to stay in the game against a tough team like Denison. They don't make it easy for them.
2 tight ends and an offset eye for the Jackets. Duncan split out wide right. Terrence Riddick, long snap count. One of the Jackets moves on the left side. It's Michael Pugh, the tight end, and Jackets will back up 5. Pugh just kind of flinched a little bit.
Yeah, just a little excited still.
Packed house at Bearcat Stadium, and unlike past years, OJ, they did actually stop selling tickets when they sold out all the seats. In years past here, they've sold along the fence line, along the south end zone, and standing room only tickets here at Bearcat Stadium. Did not do that this year.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a packed house as it is, and it's way crowded.
1st and 15 now for the Jackets from their own 48, we'll call it. Twins wide right. Braxton's wide left, and Riddick wants to throw. He's going to throw a slant. It's complete. Nick Bowers, 40, into Sherman territory to the 37. Nice play by the Jackets. A little crisscross and receivers on the right side. Bowers was split out wide right. Walker was in the slot. Marcus Walker. They just crisscross. Bowers slants. Makes a nice catch down to the Bearcat 37-yard line.
And what a great throw by Riddick. I mean, he stepped back, 2-step drop, and just rifled that ball there.
Pick up a 15 for the Jackets there. Just enough for a first down at the Bearcat 37-yard line. Antoine Duncan, the only wide receiver this time. He's wide left. Straight eye behind Terrence Riddick with 2 tight ends. And it's Chris Robertson up the middle. Nothing doing there. Hitting the backfield by Tim Polk. Falls forward to the 36. Give Robertson a gain of 1.
Well, Sherman's doing a great job stopping Chris Robertson, at least containing him somewhat here. They've given up a big play or 2 if you consider those big plays that he's had so far, but overall, they're really containing him.
Second down, had the scoreboard wrong. Second down and 9 for the Jackets from the Bearcat 36. Bilbridge wide left. This time it's Chris Robertson. Toss sweep left. And he's hitting the backfield. He's not going to go anywhere. First man there, Wes Morrow, one of those fine backers for the Bearcats. And I tell you what, Jay, there's so much penetration by the Sherman defensive line that Chris Robertson's hitting the hole before his lineman could pull around and make any blocks for him. Robertson gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain from the Bearcat 36, and it'll be third down and 9.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, here comes the shotgun look. We talked about this, although 5 wide receivers, but one of them, Chad Carlett, split out left, and he won't be able to catch a pass because he's not the end man on the line of scrimmage. And Terrence Riddick's going to fumble the football, but he gets back on it. He's hit as he's getting ready to throw. Les Polk hits him, 5'10", 190 pounds, and a senior. Terrence Riddick gets back on it at the 40-yard line. It looks like the Jackets now are going to punt.
Well, I tell you what, Sherman read that perfectly. They knew what was coming. They knew they weren't going to have very much time to get it. And Terrence Riddick, really fortunate to get back on the ball there.
Yeah, well, that's I was really impressed that he got back on the ball like that. I think he didn't go down on the hit by Polk, and that's what was amazing. And
well, if Polk takes him down, then
high snap on the punt. Luckily, no rush from Sherman, or that punt is definitely blocked. The Jackets are going to be able to pin it deep. Nice job. Daniel Vogel stops it. And Bearcats will have it at about the 5. High snap from Andrew Keener. Nice job by Michael Pugh to get up in the air and bring it down and to get off a pretty nice little punt.
Yeah, 34-yarder and down inside the 5 or at the 5. That's a great punt. That's a great punt. And Daniel Vogel, the man down there to save the ball from going in the end zone, doing the Danny V dash there.
That's right.
And we love that.
I'll tell you the thing that surprises me there, though, that ball hit at about the 11 or 12-yard line. Sherman had nobody back. And that's why it surprised me nobody was back deep, maybe expecting a fake from the 40, but nobody back deep for the Bearcats, and they still didn't come and rush the punt because that one should have been blocked with the high snap. 17 seconds to go first quarter. Sherman first and 10 from their own 5. Jackets lead 10-0. This time it's Polk, the fullback, that gets a carry. Hurdles a man to the 10, and then he's hit hard by a couple of Jackets. Ronnie Braxton, one of those. Along with Adam Chaucho, that was Les Polk.
Yeah, pretty nice little run there to get 5 yards, save them some from being way deep in their territory there.
That gets us through one quarter. We played 12 minutes at Bearcat Stadium. Our score after one, Denison 10. Sherman Bearcats nothing. We're back with more Denison Yellow Jacket football in a moment at 101.7 KIKM. 6 at their own 10-yard line. Split backs behind Eric Bowen, the sophomore who's now a quarterback for the Bearcats. Jackets have 8 on the line of scrimmage. And they're going to give it right up the middle to Antoine Wilson. Absolutely nowhere to go. Josh Gibson, Paul Howard stopping in the backfield. He does get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain for Wilson.
I'm surprised he made it back to the line of scrimmage. It didn't look like he did to me, but I guess he did, because that's where they put the ball down.
Going to be a third down play here for the Bearcats. Eric Bowen is in at quarterback. Bowen throwing the football 10 out of 20 this year. No interceptions, 145 yards, a couple of touchdowns. John Brown, though, the only wide receiver. He's wide left. They give it to Antoine Wilson, left side, and he's got enough for a Bearcat first down up to the 15-yard line. I believe it's going to be awfully close. It does depend on the spot. They mark him at about the 16.
And what a hit Ronnie Braxton put on him to stop him dead in his tracks there.
They're going to measure. Gain of 6 for Antoine Wilson, but we'll wait and see on the call.
I thought they had more than 6. I thought that was going to be a long...
I did too. Look, he had lots of room on the left side there. They ran a little off tackle on the left side. Big number 75 for the Bearcats, who's in there offensively. Kevin Riley, 6 foot, 190 pounds, but he looks a little bigger than that. It is a Bearcat first down, and that's their first of the game at their own 16-yard line. They dug themselves out of this hole a little bit. But, Jay, this is one of those things I think Sherman, especially Sherman, but Denison both. We've seen Denison pull out a couple of plays we hadn't seen from them all year, but Sherman as well. you're going to have to do a couple of things different. I don't think Sherman will be able to take the ball 95 yards just running the football to Antoine Wilson. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats from their own 16-yard line. And they're going to give it up the middle, and they might if it's like that every time. It's Wilson again. He's out to the 25 before he's brought down by Braxton.
Yeah, if they keep handing it off when holes open up that big on that offensive line, I don't see why they couldn't keep doing that, but I think Denison's going to get that figured out here.
Pickup of 9 for Wilson that time. 2nd down and 1 for the Cats. James Jones split out wide left. Corey Best wide right. Motion by Darnell Harris, but they're going to give it right up the middle to Wilson again. He's got some room again. Out across the 35-yard line to the 36 before Daniel Vogel can bring him down. Another big pickup, and they found some sort of weakness in the Jacket defense. A pickup of 12 that time for Wilson to the 37-yard line. 10:15 to play second quarter, and Michael Phelps may be the weakness. He's coming out for a little bit. We'll see what Eddie Baker replaces Michael Phelps in at the defensive tackle spot. John Brown goes in motion from left to right. Jamal Hull follows him, and they're going to fake it, run the option this time. Bowen pitches last second. Antoine Wilson's got some room left side, right around the 40 to the 45-yard line. And a pickup of about 8 there for Wilson. Going to be 2nd down and 2. Jacket defense slacking a little bit here. Wilson now 9 carries and 45 yards.
I'll tell you, well, they're not used to having this much competition on the field with them at this point in the game. I don't think really.
James Jones goes in motion from left to right. 2 tight ends for the Bearcats, and they're going to run the option again, and now back to the right goes Eric Bowen. He had nowhere to go to the left side, or could be a design play the way that was. There's a flag down. I believe maybe a little bit of movement. Not enough, maybe not enough men on the line of scrimmage. I noticed that Corey Best on the far side backed up as James Jones went in motion.
But nobody moved forward to take his spot.
They're calling a legal shift. Actually, yeah, that's what it would have been. 2 men would have been moving at the same time if Corey Best was backing up over there and James Jones is going in motion. So a legal shift against the Bearcats. They'll back them up 5, and it'll be 2nd down at about 7.
Right, because you can shift a person backwards and a person forward at the same time to switch positions like that, but you can't have somebody else going a lateral motion.
Split backs behind Eric Bowen, the sophomore quarterback for the Bearcats. Now Wilson goes in motion out of his tailback spot. Bowen's rolling to his right. He's looking to throw. Now he finds a hole. He's going to run 40, 45, and he's hit by Josh Gibson, but he gets to the midfield stripe. That's another Bearcat first down. Pickup of 10. So Eric Bowen to the 50. Nice job by Eric Bowen. He's a sophomore. He's another guy that's going to be fun to watch for the Cats for the next couple of years. And he showed you exactly why right there. We'll give him a gain of 11 to the Denison 49.
Well, I tell you what, though, he's a small guy, 5'6", 140. So he's going to be quick out there, but he's going to be hard to see over the big defensive line of Denison here. 1st and 10 Bearcats from the Denison 49. Bowen keeps it on the option. He's got some room again. Eddie Baker finally brings him down at the Denison 43. A pickup of 6 for Bowen. And Jay, that's something you don't like to see. Sure, you like to see Eddie Baker making the tackle, but when he's making the tackle 6 yards back, that means he got blown off the ball 6 yards before he made that stop. You're right. Well, and this is exactly what Denison did to Sherman the first quarter, is they just dominated the line of scrimmage when they had the ball. And now it looks like the second quarter, so far, Sherman's dominating the line of scrimmage. Les Polk in motion, long 2nd down and a long 3. The ball, thought he fumbled the football on the handoff. They did not. They give it to Antoine Wilson, who goes nowhere. Well, it looked like Eric Bowen thought he fumbled the ball that time,
he started looking around for it.
I think he left his hand in the old bread basket a little too long, it looked like, as he was giving off the ball there. So far, about the best drive we've seen out of anybody against the Jacket defense this year. Sherman started this drive at their own 6-yard line. Now at the Denison 42, 3rd down and a long 3.
Power I by the Bearcats. Eric Bowen barking out the signals. He's going to pitch it left side. Wilson, he's got a first down across the 40-yard line. Stays on his feet inside the Jacket 30 to the 24 and a flag down. A face mask on the tackle by Derek McDade, I do believe.
Well, it's definitely going to go on Denison here, whatever the penalty is.
Gain of 18. Spearing. That's what it looked like he called. Gain of 15 to the 24. He was at the top of his helmet.
Yeah.
That's the only call I can think of it.
Well, I didn't see that happen.
I didn't see it either.
But we're way up here.
The 24 down to the 12, half the distance to the goal, so ends up being a 12-yard penalty for Spearing on the Jackets. 7:16 to play second quarter. Sherman knocking on the door. 10-0 Jackets lead. Bearcat offense looking good right now. Power I. And they're going to fake it to Wilson. Bowen wants to throw. Rolling to his right. He throws. It's caught at about the 5-yard line. West Morrow. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Darnell Harris, number 29 on the catch. Ronnie Braxton runs him out of bounds, but not before he gets the ball down to the Jacket 4-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the pass from Bowen to Darnell Harris. Going to be second down and about 2.
Boy, what a great drive this has turned out to be for Sherman.
And the Jackets have to call a timeout. I think they had 12 men on the field.
They did. It looked like Michael Phelps was coming off the sidelines here. Him 7 minutes to play here in the first half. And Sherman taking it down to all over the field on Denison right now, but Denison still does lead 10-0.
Well, Jay, all we've heard is how Sherman's offense is just not impressive this drive.
Well, I'm telling you what, this is the first time I've seen Sherman this year, and I don't know where those reports are coming from, man. They're looking pretty good right now.
Eric Bowen is taking them on this drive. Second down at about 2 from the 4, and Antoine Wilson is going to be stopped in the backfield, but keeps his forward progress going. Daniel Vogel on the stop along with Josh Gibson, but no gain on the play there for Antoine Wilson.
Come on, defense!
Jacket defense going to try to stuff them here. Third down and 2. Ball at the Denison 4-yard line. Lewis Wright checks into the ball game for Sherman. Justin Smith at a tight end. Corey Best goes in motion from left to right. Third down at about 2. Bowen's going to give it right up the middle. That's Lewis Wright, and he's into the end zone for the Sherman Bearcat touchdown. Fumbles the football, but he was already crossed the end line. A little different play. Bowen went way down the line to give it to Lewis Wright. It was lined up in the backfield, and the Bearcats with a 4-yard touchdown. And it's 10-6.
Well, you got to credit the Sherman offense there, but and they gutted it up after that first quarter of really a dismal first quarter offensively for Sherman, and came back and just took it down Denison's throat here.
Sean Wren to try the PAT. Right down the middle for Mr. Wren. 6:13 to play first half. Denison 10, Sherman 7. We're back with more Yellow Jacket football in a moment on KIKM. The big play was a 27-yard run by Robertson. Big play was a big run by 55-yard run by Aaron Hunt. Bearcats just kind of marched down the field 5, 6, 7 yards at a time. Every once in a while, maybe a 12-yard pickup, maybe a 2, 3-yard pickup. They did a fine job of it.
Yeah, it took them a lot longer that way, but hey, they look good and they took up a lot of time on the clock. That's really the kind of drive you'd like to see when you get the ball down the 5-yard line.
Especially the way Sherman is, and defensively Sherman's done a good job. I think what they want now is to get down and stop the Jackets. They've done a good job except for a couple of big Denison plays.
Well, they're going to need a deep kickoff here. Their first kickoff to open the game was not very deep and gave Denison decent field position to start the game, and Boy, if they could get something deep here, you know, inside the 10 even.
Well, they just haven't really been deep kickoff on the team all year long. Jason Thornhill to kick it off this time. He is their deeper kickoff man. We'll see what he does here. And he kicks a low squibber along the ground, and it's going to roll out of bounds at the 25. I'm thinking if you're Bob Brown, you make him kick it again. We'll see. Yeah, he said back it up. Let's kick it again.
Well, sure, I would too with the kicking of Sherman at this point that we've seen tonight. Anyway, I'd sure make him kick it again. And this is going to put the Denison deep men. What a year we got on the 23.
Well, the second.
We are going to have Antoine Duncan is in the game. He's going to be on the left side. He's going to be one of the up backs. Number 16, DeJuan Gentry.
Well.
Right.
What Sherman's done a lot this year, though, Jay, is they've done a lot of trying to kick the ball straight up in the air and get some of the up men to call a fair catch, because that's what most coaches are going to teach. I think Bob Brown's saying, I don't care if there's someone in your face or not, get the ball, try to run it back.
I think you're right. And the other thing, when they kick it straight up in the air like that, you have a chance for a fumble or a muffed reception there.
Jeremiah Green now to kick off the football. You don't see too much of that.
No.
Change of kicker.
Yeah. Back to back like that.
He's the up in the air man, I guess.
Okay.
Jason Thornhill's the squib man.
Especially kicking at its finest here tonight.
DeJuan Gentry, the deepest man, at his own 23. But a little different for Jeremiah Green. This time he actually gets a running start, and he will kick it deep. It's going to send Gentry back to the 12-yard line. Now he's coming straight back up the middle of the field, 20, 25, 35, 40-yard line, midfield. He's got one man to beat. DeJuan Gentry, see you later. 20, 15, 10, 5. DeJuan Gentry, the sophomore Yellow Jacket touchdown on an 88-yard kickoff return and no flag.
Faithful going crazy, as they should be after an 88-yard kickoff return, and it looked like they really just tried to kick it over their heads that time, Kenny, and DeJuan Gentry kind of goes back, catches it over his shoulder on his fingertips, and turns around and just sprints for 88 yards.
It's just amazing. I mean, every punt, every kickoff, Jackets have a chance of taking it back. Extra point from Robert Lay is good as Danny B comes sprinting down the sideline. 5:49 to play first half. Denison 17, Sherman 7. Back with more Yellow Jacket football in a moment on KIKM.
Bearcat Stadium now, 5:49 to go in the first half. 17-7 now. Denison leads Sherman after an 88-yard kickoff return by DeJuan Gentry, and it is amazing, Kenny.
Wow.
And, you know, he did what we were talking about earlier. He just sprints. He doesn't try to, you know, juke and jive. He just runs into the wedge at full speed. And, you know, you kind of question what's going to happen. And then he busts out, untouched.
Yeah.
Cuts to the right. The only person he has to beat is the kicker, who had a block on him, and he's gone.
Robert Lay to kick it off. Eric Bowen is the deep man, number 10. Also back there, Darnell Harris. And Jason Polk is going to be Bowen a yard deep. He comes right back up the middle. Lewis Hubert breaking up that wedge there. Bowen making some spin moves, but he's not going to get away from Chase Archer. Tim Bilbrey also on the stop, along with Brandon Key down there again. And the Bearcats will have it at their own 19-yard line. Well, Jay, after a 94-yard touchdown drive by the Bearcats, I think that's a fine way for Denison to answer. I mean,
boy,
you gotta. I mean, even though it's Denison, you're number 1 in the state. You're not. After you let a team go 94 yards on you, that's gotta just put you down a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's gonna take the wind out of the sails. You gotta think.
John Brown wide left, Corey Best wide right. Ryan Prock back in at quarterback. They fake it up the middle. Prock keeps it on the option, turns it up. And he's got a couple. Aaron Hunt and Josh Gibson bring him down at about the 23. We'll call it a gain of 4 for Ryan Prock. The only thing I can think of that's bad about that kickoff return is the Denison defense gets no rest. J. It's an insect, man.
An insect, but that's an insect with a stinger on it, buddy. We're having a little...
You calling the game, Jay, by the way. I'm back here killing flying things. Ryan Prock gives it up the middle to Antoine Wilson. He gets to about the 26.
I thank you for handling that situation.
No problem. Now there's insect guts in my my cap. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 after a pickup of 3 there for Wilson. John Brown wide left, Corey Best wide right. Darnell Harris goes in motion. They give it up the middle to Antoine Wilson. Breaks a tackle and might have a first down since he did break that tackle. Falls forward to the 29-yard line.
I don't think he's going to make it, Kenny.
I think he's a little bit short. The ball was close to the 20 earlier. It's going to be 4th down. It looks like just inches. Boy. Chase Archer makes a stop.
Questionable what to do here. Your coach Tibbs. They are going to measure here, but you know, with 4:05 to play in the half here, if you don't make it, Denison's got 29 yards to go for another. You know, they're already up by 10.
You're already in field goal range.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think you have to punt the football away if you're Coach Tibbs, but you know it's kind of like he and I talked about in the interview. They have absolutely nothing to lose in this ball game. Sure. They're the Division I representative in this district already. Denison's the #1 team in the state. Sherman has absolutely nothing to lose.
Well, you're right. And I guess it all goes on the confidence of the, you know, you got to have confidence in your punter. If you're going to punt, you got to have confidence in your offensive line. If you're going to go for it here, and it looks like they are indeed going to go for it.
That's exactly what they're going to do. 4:05 to play second quarter. Denison leads Sherman 17-7, 1997 version of the Battle of the Axe on 101.7 KIKM Denison Sherman. Thanks for listening to Yellow Jacket Football. Antoine Wilson, 14 carries, 69 yards on the night. As the play clock's running, now down to 15, and no plays been sent in or anything yet. And now Sherman wants to call a timeout and think about it. Let's take one with them. 17-7, Jackets lead. 3:50 to play until halftime. This is Denison Yellow Jacket Football on 101.7 KIKM.
And a half, 3:50 to be exact. And Kenny, easily the biggest play of the game so far. We're going to go, we got 4th and short at the 29-yard line of Sherman. Sherman's got 4th and short. And they absolutely have to make this.
2 tight ends, split backs behind Eric Bowen, who's coming at quarterback now. Maybe look for that option. Bowen barking out the signals, quarterback sneak, and he's got a first down across the 430 to about the 31. Nice job up front by the Sherman offensive line. Driving back the Jackets, Rod Richmond leading the way, 5'10", 180 pounds, and a junior. And give a gain of 2 yards to the 31 for Bowen. John Brown comes wide left, Corey Best wide right. 2 wing backs for the Bearcats, and Antoine Wilson, the lone tailback. Les Polk goes in motion from right to left. They're going to give it to Wilson up the middle. He's got a little bit. Breaks out of a tackle of Adam Chaucho. Then he's finally brought down at about the 35-yard line, a pickup of 4. Andrew Keener first one in on the stop for the Jackets.
Kenny, I tell you what,
6.
I'm sorry. Antoine Wilson is having to work for everything he's getting. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage almost every time. And he'll fight for, 4 or 5 yards on some plays, but man, he's working.
Andrew Keener is hobbling off a little bit. He's okay, he's under his own power and everything, but he jogs off the field, and Eddie Baker checks in for him. 2nd down and 6, and this time it's Les Polk blocking him up the middle, midfield, into Jacket territory all the way down to about the 39-yard line. Huge pickup for Les Polk, the fullback.
Boy, that was a big play. It looked like Jackets just opened up on that one, gave a big old hole there, maybe keying on Wilson a little bit, but
well, also that's the situation. Eddie Baker got in there at the last possible second, just got set before that play started. They went right to him. 25-yard gain for Les Polk to the Jacket 39-yard line. Brown's wide left. Wilson goes in motion from his tailback position. They're going to fake it, throw it wide open as the tight end. That's number 85, Jason Mann, but he is hit hard. Hangs onto the football, Antoine Duncan. To the 26-yard line. Gain of 13.
It's going to be another first down. And boy, Kenny, I thought somebody may have moved on the offensive line that time, but I guess I was the only one that thought that.
Ryan Prock in back in at quarterback, by the way. He's the one that threw that pass to Jason Mann. Best is wide right, Brown wide left, two tight ends. Wilson lone setback. First and 10 from the Jacket 26. Prock rolling to his right, wanting to throw. Eddie Baker chasing him down. And now Prock's going to turn it up and not have anywhere to go. At about the 25, there's a flag down. Paul Howard, Tim Bilbrey make the stop.
Yeah, the flag's down in the Denison secondary, about that 17, 18-yard line over there. Could be really anything. Could be holding.
Officials are discussing way over on the Sherman sideline. I don't see any. And Aaron Hunt's acting awfully upset, so must be against the black and gold.
Looks like it is going to be a holding call against Denison.
1:57 to play first half. Sherman leads Denison leads 17-7 in this 1997 District 7 4A championship. So nullify that play and they will march them forward. We'll have Buster's Upholstery and Supply halftime trivia for you at halftime tonight. And also, we've got both bands playing tonight. Sherman High and the Touch of Gold. And we'll bring both of those to you, as well as some halftime statistics.
Well, it's taken them a long time to sort this thing out down there.
Bearcats this past week, the Bearcat band, by the way, 6th place in Class 4A as they went to the UIL band competition in Waco. Put the ball at the 16-yard line, and the Bearcats have a first down. Jacket 16, so twice. Sherman now knocking on the door, two drives in a row against this Jacket D, who has got to be awfully tired. Ryan Prock's going to give it to Les Polk up the middle. He's got a little bit before the Jacket defense forms from under. Paul Howard is there. After a pickup of a couple to the 14, gain of 2 for Les Polk.
Well,
on the 13, a gain of 3.
Kenny, you're right. The defense has got to be just exhausted right now. They've been on the field the entire second quarter. You know, the 96-yard drive or 94-yard drive, and then Denison comes back and runs the kickoff back, and then they're back on the field again.
John Brown goes in motion, and they fake it to Polk this time, and Prock keeps it on the option play. Almost stripped of the football by Vogel, but breaks his tackle and gets to about the 7, just shy of a first down. Pickup of 6 that time for Ryan Prock. And Jay, you know, you hate to go back this far, but we really haven't seen an option a whole lot since Plano East in the scrimmage, and Plano East pretty much dominated that scrimmage offensively.
Well, you're right.
That option, and Sherman's doing rather well moving the football on the option tonight as well. 3rd down and 1 for the Bearcats from the Denison 8. Only 40 seconds to play in the first half. Split backs behind Ryan Prock, the quarterback. Corey Best going in motion to the far right of the field. They're going to fake it up the middle, and Prock's going to keep it on the option, and he's going to have enough for a first down at about the 5-yard line. And the Bearcats, I think, are going to have to stop the clock, call a timeout here. You would think the clock is stopped for movement of the chains, and the Bearcats do go ahead and call a timeout. Let's take one with them. 28 seconds to play, first half, and Sherman just knocking on the door again. 17-7, Jackets lead. Back with more Yellow Jacket football in a moment on KIKM.
Interesting 28 seconds with the Bearcats knocking on the door here. 17-7 the score.
This drive started back at their 19-yard line. Now they're down to the Denison 5. Ryan Brock is the quarterback. Les Polk, Antoine Wilson in the backfield. They're split right now. Corey Best is a wingback. He's going to go in motion to the far right side of the field. And Brock's going to pitch it left side. Wilson cuts it back inside, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Josh Gibson hits him first. Also, Ronnie Braxton comes up to make the stop. Sherman calls another timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. That's their last time out.
Yeah, I was fixing to.
Matter of fact, a loss of a yard on that last play for Wilson. Back to the 6-yard line. Second down and goal here from the 6. Ryan Brock is in at quarterback. John Brown wide left. He's the only wide receiver. 2 tight ends. Split backs behind Brock. And he's going to fake it. They are going to roll out. It's going to be Brock. He's throwing in the end zone. Interception. Tim Bilbrey. He's down the sideline. 20. Bilbrey not quite the speed with some of the other Jackets. Midfield is Brock chasing him down to the 40. 35. Bilbrey stays on his feet, but he steps out of bounds with 8 seconds left. There is a flag back at about the 2-yard line. But the officials have come all the way down the field. Wait, check. We have no idea what the flag is back there about where it is.
The Denison offense is on the field and ready to go.
You know, the only thing I could possibly think of is maybe offensive pass interference.
Well, it could be defensive pass interference, but
no, I don't think there's any way that could be. Bilbrey was in front of the Bearcat intended receiver.
I guess it's how he got to be in front is maybe in question here.
They
but
wave off the flag. No flag.
Wow.
Now, wait a minute. Now they are saying there's a flag. Maybe there was another flag. We missed somewhere. Now we're trying to... Now we're saying there was a block in the back on Denison. So Jackets were in field goal range. The only thing I can figure out, the only possible thing down there, they waved that flag off, but that probably was the offensive pass interference. But they didn't call it a block in the back on the return. And so the Jackets now have the ball at their own 47-yard line.
With 8 seconds. Boy, what a huge, huge play for the Denison defense there. And how deflating is that going to be for the Bearcats, Kenny? That's just going to be terrible.
Now what do you do here if you're the Jackets, though? Do you try to run the football and see if maybe, you know, you could just...
Oh, I don't know. I'd probably just run it one time or kneel down and let it die out because you dodged a big bullet back there.
I think I was going from the shotgun there and wailing it down the field, but the Jackets don't. They are going to throw the football, though, and they're going to throw it out. There is a flag down. 3 seconds left.
And he did make the catch, too. That was number 8.
Monte Johnson, and Johnson intercepted it, didn't he?
No.
Bilbrey made the catch?
Yeah, Bilbrey made the catch.
I missed that.
Yeah, Bilbrey made the catch, but Monte Johnson just was, I mean, he was just ripping his jersey off there. And you could almost hear it stretch, you know, like you see in those cartoons. You could hear the jersey, I mean.
Whoa, wait a minute. They call pass interference both ways here.
What?
Oh, man.
That's unbelievable.
There must have been some contact taking place before Monte Johnson dragged.
Well, that is some crazy stuff right there because you can have contact within the first 5 yards, and that when he was past the 5 yards, and all I saw was stretching yellow jersey there, and man alive.
Wow.
Nonetheless,
3 seconds left now. Well, a fairly strange first half. Jackets are going to look to throw again. Now they're going to run the draw. Chris Robertson, he's stopped in the backfield by Justin Smith, big number 81, and that is going to do it for the first half. Some strange goings on in the first half with the scoreboard. Well, pretty much about like we expected. As Chris Robertson and Justin Smith talking a little smack as they head in the locker room. We're through the first half. at Bearcat Stadium. Denison 17, Sherman 7. We'll have both bands for you at halftime, including the Touch of Gold there first. We've got that coming up for you next. This is Denison Yellow Jacket Football on 101.7 KIKM.
For the 1997-98 year are Captain Heather Forrester, Head Lieutenant Rebecca Bowling, Senior Lieutenant Melissa Lawrenson, Junior Lieutenant Natalie Hoover, and Flight Corps Captain is Aaron Bowling. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Cruella de Vil. Tonight's show is titled Seven Storms on the Sun by Roland Barrett. The Touch of Gold has earned First Division ratings at all contests entered this year and has received outstanding event honors in many of the categories entered, ending with an outstanding performance at UIL Area Marching Contest. The Touch of Gold can be seen on Channel 8 television on Thanksgiving Day as they march in the Bank United Thanksgiving Day Parade in Houston, Texas. This is the 8th consecutive year the Touch of Gold has been on national TV. Drum majors are Amanda Haney, Melody Ruddle, and Cassie Pate.
Bearcats will get the football here. They will defend the north goal. Go from our left to our right. Bearcats in all maroon with white helmets. Jackets in their yellow jerseys with black pants, black helmets. Robert Lay's got it teed up. Eric Bowen, the deep man. Also back there with him is Darnell Harris and Jason Polk. Jackets lead it 17-7 as Robert Lay approaches the football. Second half is underway. Slow, it's end over end. It's going to be Darnell Harris at the 5-yard line. Coming up toward the middle of the wedge. He's got a little bit of room across the 20 out to about the 25. Adam Chaucho, first one there. Brandon Key and Daniel Vogel also in on the stop as we set up the Bearcat offense. Ryan Brock is the quarterback, number 12, unless Eric Bowen comes in. And it looks like Bowen is is talking to Coach Tips on the sideline, so it looks like Bowen will be the first man in here in the second half. Up front, Josh Neal, the center, Trey Offit, Blake Sykes, the guard, Seth Morris, and Rod Fritchman are the tackles. Les Polk, the fullback, Antoine Wilson, the tailback. Corey Best right now is just at the end of the line of scrimmage as a tight end. And James Jones is split out wide left. Justin Smith also in at a tight end. They fake it up the middle. Bowen runs the option. He pitches it the last second. And that's not Wilson in their tailback. It's Jason Polk. He's got a little room to about the 35. Looks like it'll be enough for a Bearcat first down as he gets just across the 35-yard line.
Fortunate that Polk caught the pitch that time, Kenny, because it was pretty well behind him, and he had to reach back and grab the ball, and looked like it could have been an easy fumble there, but a good play by Polk to hold on to the ball that time.
Pickup of 10 for Jason Polk. Straight eye again for the Bearcats from their own 36-yard line. Jackets with 5 on the line of scrimmage. They give it this time up the middle. Antoine Wilson breaking tackles, carrying in with him, but he fumbles the football. And I think the Bearcats get back on at about the 45. Nice job of running by Antoine Wilson. Then Aaron Hunt strips him. But the Bearcats do come up with the football.
Well,
ends up being about a pickup of 4 for Wilson to the 40-yard line.
Well, Aaron Hunt almost ended up with that ball. He went in for the tackle and ended up with the ball on his shoulder there for a second, or on his arm, and wasn't really ready for it, so the ball hit the ground, and Sherman comes up with the ball that time. 2 tight ends again. James Jones split out wide right, straight eye behind Eric Bowen, the sophomore quarterback for the Bearcats. He fakes it up the middle, option, pitches, Jason Polk. Cuts inside, 40, 45, midfield, Jacket territory to about the 45-yard line before Paul Howard can run it down. Nice moves by Jason Polk. Polk is small, 5'6", 150 pounds, another sophomore for this Sherman team. Well, he did put some good moves on. Josh Gibson and Ronnie Braxton both just went to the ground as he cut back inside off the option there. All they could do was slide and lay down and watch him go by.
Pick up a 15 there for Polk. John Brown splits out wide left, 2 tight ends again. Sherman's used the same formation on every play here in the second half. Give it right up the middle to Antoine Wilson this time. He fumbles the football again, and I believe the Jackets do have it this time.
Yeah, I believe it's Josh Gibson.
Aaron Hunt again wreaking havoc on the tackle, causing the fumble.
It'll be number 21, I think.
Yeah, Derek McDade comes up with the fumble recovery for the Jackets at their own 35-yard line. So a couple of fumbles there by Antoine Wilson. Second one, the Jackets do get on it, and they take over at their own 35, 1st and 10 for the black and gold. Inside-out formation to the right side, and they're going to pitch it right. Chris Robertson, he's got a little bit of room. He's across the 40. Looks like he tripped over the grass monster, turf monster. Got him because he didn't look like anybody was going to get him. Looked like he was about to dash 65 yards.
Well, he is in that maroon painted stuff out there.
Pickup of 13 for Robertson to the 43. I'm excuse me, pick up a 7. I'm trying to give him some yards. He needs them. He only had 48 at the half. 7 yards there for C-Rob. 11 carries, 45 yards now on the night. 2nd down and 3, and they're going to run an end around. DeJuan Gentry's got it. He's trying to get outside. Runs over a man. That's John Brown at the 45. Gets to about the 47. And now there's a late flag on the far sideline.
Be a little jawing going on over there. Probably get some unsportsmanlike.
You know, as many times I've gone over and talked with Ronnie Tips, head coach of Sherman, I've never actually seen it. But he does actually have some emotions. He's pretty fired up over there on the sidelines yelling at Darnell Harris.
Yeah, he's usually pretty laid back.
It was a pickup of 5 for Gentry and a first down. Let's check out the flag.
Well, they got them all huddled up over there discussing it. People getting anxious. They want this thing to get going, as do we.
Well, we had some of those late in the first half, and they changed a bunch of calls that we weren't expecting. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Denison. Man.
Wow-wee.
Tough officiating against the Jackets tonight. Because the way Coach Tips was yelling out there, I thought it was going to be definitely against one of his players.
It looked like he thought that too, and Sherman gets a little bit of break that time. We got 9:46 to play in the third quarter, 17-7. Denison leads Sherman here.
They had the first down across midfield. That was a dead ball foul. Now they back them up 15. Back to their own 34.
Wow. So we'll remain first down, but it's going to be first and...
It'll be first and 10
First
still.
and 10, but way back.
At the 34-yard line. After that long pause and discussion, Jackets come out with a power eye look. 2 tight ends, Aaron Hunt and Michael Pugh, are the tight ends. Now there's another stoppage play. I think they're wondering where the chain should be set here. Well, there should be first and 10 or first and 25.
See, I was thinking it was supposed to be first and 25, and I was going to say that, but for fear of looking stupid, I refrained. But I want to go ahead and go out on that limb now.
No, it stays first and 10 here.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much.
17-7 Jackets lead the Bearcats, 9:46 to play. Third quarter. Power eye look for the Jackets with 2 tight ends. Jackets at their own 34. Riddick, pitch out to Gentry. He's going to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Aaron Hunt at the 40, 35. Had to come back for the ball. It's being chased down. Darnell Harris runs him out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Another one out of the hat from Bob Brown. Little trickery. Hadn't seen that all year. DeJuan Gentry gets the pitch, throws it to Aaron Hunt. The Jackets have it first and 10 at the Bearcat 19.
Well, what a pretty throw. Perfect spiral. Hits Aaron Hunt right on stride. And big pickup there.
Gain of 47 on the pass from Gentry to Aaron Hunt. Are you breathing over here?
I don't know what's going on over here.
Pitch out right side. Chris Robertson, he's got a little bit of a hole. Breaks one tackle to the 15, and the ball falls out. Fumble. Chris Robertson. And the Bearcats are saying they have it. Still no indication. The Jackets are taking possession. Chase Archer comes out with the football at the bottom of the pile. What are we fogging in here?
I'm going to have to get this thing
Fogging
open up here. Hey.
Pick up of 2 there for C. Rob. It'll be second down and 8. Antoine Duncan will come split out wide left. 2 tight ends, Pugh and Hunt. Straight eye behind Terrence Riddick with Robertson dotting that I. And it's going to be Robertson, sweep right. Cuts outside, he's got a little room inside the 10, stays on his feet down to the 5. That one all Chris Robertson. Pick up of 11 for C-Rob, from the 16 down to the 5, and the Jackets will have it first and goal.
Another nice.
Do you have any idea? Guess we're not good enough on side. I think they turned some heat on in here that wasn't on a while ago, but I don't see a vent in here.
Good, Beeman. Is all the ruckus we caused at halftime.
But a quick play. Robertson gets it this time. Gain of 2. I'm sorry, Terrence Riddick got the football there. Pickup of 2. See Rob to the 3, and it'll be 2nd down and goal. 2 tight ends for the Jacket offense. Power on behind Riddick. 2nd down and goal for the Bearcat 3. Jackets lead 17-7. It's DeJuan Gentry sweeping right. Got a little bit of room, and then the Bearcat defense stops him. And then he's third effort. DeJuan Gentry down to the end zone for the Yellow Jacket touchdown. I thought his forward progress was stopped there. I just knew it. I was looking for a whistle.
I think
DeJuan Gentry just keeps on going and gets into the end zone. Jackets lead at 23-7.
I think the Sherman defense probably thought the same thing, and Gentry just kept fighting, and finally they gave it to him. They gave him the touchdown. But a good run by Gentry to keep it going like that.
Robert Lade attack on the extra point. Snaps a little high. Gibson gets it down. Kick is up. And it's good for Robert Lade. 7:53 to play, 3rd quarter. Denison 24, Sherman 7. We're back with more Yellow Jacket football in a moment on KIKN. Another one out of the hat. Jackets at their own 34.
Humidity is going.
Jackets go 7 plays, 65 yards, 2:17. 2 minutes, 17 seconds off the clock. 3-yard touchdown run by DeJuan Gentry. Key play, a 47-yard pass. On a sweep pass from DeJuan Gentry to Aaron Hunt. That took the Jackets down to the Bearcat 20. Robert Lade to kick it off. Jason Polk, the deep man this time, and he's got it a yard deep. Takes his time coming out of the end zone. Couldn't make up his mind again, and the Jackets will swarm him under at about the 17, 18-yard line. 18-yard line, we'll call it. Jay, that's one of the things we noticed that Denison's kicking team's been susceptible to some returns this year, but Sherman just kind of seems to run up in there and then stop a little bit.
Well, I told you, I've said it 2 or 3 times tonight. I think the key is just to sprint. Right up into the wedge and bust through.
They put the ball at the 18-yard line. And they're going to run the counter. That's Jason Polk, who's in there at tailback, and he's caught in the backfield. Tackle made by Josh Gibson back at about the 16-yard line. Loss of 2 for Jason Polk, number 7.
Shut him down. Go.
Bad news in the visiting press box at Bearcat Stadium. We can't see.
Well, so much for our climate-controlled environment we had going for us up here. We are now in the elements.
2nd down and 12 from the Cats from their own 16-yard line. And another fumble. There's a handoff to Antoine Wilson. Michael Phelps creating havoc in the backfield. That's going to be another loss. This time back to the 14, another loss of 2 for the Bearcats. Going the wrong way now. Jackets lead 24-7. This District 7 4A championship game tonight. Of course, both teams already in the playoffs. Sherman will be the Division I representative next week. Denison, the first place Division II representative. John Brown's wide right, Corey Best wide left. Wilson is the Wilson's the lone setback. Ryan Brock's going to roll this right. He wants to throw. He's under some pressure. He's going to throw right side, incomplete. Ronnie Braxton got there a little early, but that ball was well overthrown. Was intended for Jason Mann. The tight end, 6 foot, 180 pounds, and a senior, and Sherman will have to punt.
Well, this is going to be a critical punt, Kenny, with the ball on the 14-yard line.
Well, I don't know. What do you want to do, though, Jay? Do you want to make sure you get a long punt and not worry about where it goes, or do you care how far it goes and just keep it away from Gentry and Molly?
Well, I think you got to kick it as far as you can.
Talal Harari, the punter, almost blocked by Aaron Hunt. Gets away a nice one. Jamal Holes got it back at his own 48-yard line. He's not going to get to the wall, I don't believe. Now he's going to cut back the other way. Nice job by Lawrence Williams getting down the field. He's 5'11", 235, and a senior. And Jamal Hull actually loses some on the return.
Well, everything worked great as far as Sherman's concerned that time. 38-yard punt and a loss of 7, it looks like, on the return there.
Back to the 41 for the Jackets, and that's where they'll set up shop, 1st and 10. Now there's some more discussion going on. Was there a flag? Yeah,
there is a flag over there on about the 44-yard line.
Where were we? Looks like it's on Denison again.
Well, there's a lot of stuff on the field still.
That's true. There's glitter and little flags, different things from the halftime show.
My word.
Back 10. Legal block in the back on the return by the Jackets. And now they'll start at their own 31. .5:58 to play, 3rd quarter. Jackets lead 24-7. Power I behind Terrence Riddick. Now they do some shifting. Duncan Bowers come wide right. And flag down in the backfield.
Gonna have motion.
No movement by the Jackets. Back them up 5 more. It was 1st and 10, by the way, on that play. .62 yards in penalties now against Denison. How about Sherman? Oh, really? They got 35 penalty yards against Sherman. I was thinking more like 5. Oh yeah, the personal fouls early in the, had a pass interference call. 1st and 15 for the Jackets from their own 26. Quick play this time. It's Ronnie Braxton, the fullback. Not a whole lot there. He's across the line of scrimmage, maybe about a half yard. That's it. We'll call it no gain. 2nd and 15 for the Jackets.
2nd 15.
Bowers and Walker check in for Denison.
Well, if Denison can get some time wound off this clock, get the defense with some rest like we were talking about, Kenny, this game could be in control here. They're up by 17 here in the 3rd quarter with 5 minutes to play here.
Bowers wide left. With Braxton in the slot, they fake it up the middle, and Terrence Riddick wants to keep it. He's running right. He's across the 30. Looked like he had a lot more room than he stuffed as he gets across the 30. First man there was Monte Johnson. Gets to about the 32, pickup of 6 for Riddick.
Well, it sure looked like it was going to be more than that.
Jackets have it 3rd and 10 now as Antoine Duncan is the lone wide receiver. He comes wide left, offset I with 2 tight ends. Now Aaron Hunt backs off the line of scrimmage, and he's going to go in motion from right to left. And now they're going to run the toss sweep left side. Chris Robertson trying to get outside. If he does, he's got a lot of room. 40, 45, midfield, inside Sherman territory to about the 41-yard line before Eric Bowen makes the stop. 27-yard gain for Chris Robertson to the Bearcats' 41-yard line. He got around the corner. That's all he needed. C-Rob now 15 carries, 87 yards.
And he did get around the corner, and Antoine Duncan looked a little frustrated that he couldn't get a good block on the cornerback downfield.
Get a block on Eric Bowen, and he couldn't. 2 tight ends again, and Marcus Walker set up as a wingback off Aaron Hunt's hip. And now stoppage of play, and I believe Sherman had to take a timeout, and they do. They didn't have the right personnel on defensively. 4:12 to play, 3rd quarter. We'll take a timeout too. Jackets 24, Bearcats 7. We're back with more Yellow Jacket football in a moment on KIKM.
I wish I could find some place that could put something on, but you said I could learn something to do, but it can't believe it.
1st and 10, Jackets from the Bearcat 41-yard line. Bearcats with 5 on the line of scrimmage. And it's Ronnie Braxton sweeping right, looking for a hole. He's got it, 35-30, stiff arms the man inside the 30 to about the Bearcat 27-yard line. Monte Johnson finally makes the stop. See where they finally put the spot. They give a gain of 13 there to the 28 for Ronnie Braxton. Clock running, 4:01 to play, third quarter. Jackets lead 24-7 and on the march again. Two tight ends and a wingback. And it's going to be Chris Robertson on the sweep left. Lots of room, hits the hole fast, and he's tripped up by Wes Morrow at the 25, falls forward to about the 21. That was the last man who had a chance.
Yeah, now this is getting to be like the Denison football that we're used to watching, Kenny, where they just pitch out and run. And, you know, we talked about this a little bit last week. This is really probably the latest in the game. We've seen Terrence Riddick and Chris Robertson and really the whole first team.
Pickup of 7, second down and 3 from the Bearcat 21. Same formation again for the Jackets, and have a man moving forward early, but Chris Robertson's going to keep on going, flag down. Fullback Braxton moved a little bit early for Denison, so we'll go ahead and just back them up 5, and it'll be second down and about 8 now.
Boy, you know, these penalty yards are just racking up, and that's got to just absolutely eat Coach Bob Brown alive down there.
67 yards in penalties tonight, some of them rather questionable. Maybe not necessarily questionable, but we don't have a clue about what was going on. But
questionable to me and you.
Right, right. Sometimes you just want to, you know, they go over and give the coaches explanations. I think they should come give them to us as well.
It'd be a long walk down there, though.
Be only fair. Second down, about 7.5 for Denison. Same formation to the left side this time. Marcus Walker's a wingback off of Michael Pugh's hip. Two tight ends, and they fake it. Terrence Riddick's going to roll his right. He's going to throw. He's got Aaron Hunt. Falls incomplete, a little bit short. Monte Johnson on the coverage. Terrence Riddick was hit just as he threw the football. Lewis Taylor put some pressure on him.
Monte Johnson evidently not really aware how far away he was from the receiver, because that could easily have been an interception.
Yeah.
He just went up and knocked the ball down. A good defensive play, but could have been a great defensive play if he jumps up and gets that interception there.
Nevertheless, third down and 7 for Denison there at the Bearcat 26-yard line, definitely in Robert Lay's field goal range. Same formation again with two tight ends. Antoine Duncan this time is the wingback off of Aaron Hunt's hip. Offset eye behind Riddick. It's going to be Ronnie Braxton sweeping right, and didn't get the block he needed from Aaron Hunt. Braxton's not going to be anywhere near a first down, only a pickup of a couple. Wes Morrow on the stop. They're going to bring in the field goal unit.
Well, Robert Lay's been good from this distance before this year. He's definitely got the leg.
Well, not necessarily the best grass to be kicking off of, right in the middle of the field. Ball's going to be spotted down to 32. A 42-yard field goal attempt for Robert Lay. Snaps low, it's down, it's blocked. Monte Johnson, if he can pick it up on the run, he might take it back. He picks it up, and Josh Gibson chases him down at about the Yellow Jacket 46-yard line, and a flag down as well, probably a face mask. Snap was a little low from Andrew Keener. It took a little too long to get that kick off because Monte Johnson was standing there just waiting on it.
Yeah, you had a jailbreak coming from the right-hand side that time. It was just all kinds of people. And then nice job by Monte to tip that ball up and really get control of it and bring it down.
Well, the Jaguars with a pretty good drive there, but end up with nada. And the Bearcats take over the Jackets 42-yard line.
Well, a big break for Sherman, and they need something if they're going to get this thing going, down by 17.
Eric Bowen, quarterback. Two wing backs. Lone setback is Antoine Wilson. Bowen barking out a long snap count. He's going to give it up the middle. No, he's going to keep it himself right behind Wilson. Kind of a strange play, but it looked like that's what they wanted to do. It didn't look like a busted play. Credit Michael Phelps with the stop to the 39-yard line, a pickup of 3 for Bowen.
Well, if that's what they wanted to do, there was some definite confusion. It appeared to be that he didn't hit the right hole or something.
Best is wide right, James Jones wide left. Bowen, the sophomore, up under center. Another long snap count. Going to give it to Wilson right up the middle. He's got some room, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, spins inside the Jacket 30 to about the 29. Pickup of 10 for Antoine Wilson before Andrew Keener can bring him down from behind.
That will be a first down for Sherman as we move just about a minute to play in the third quarter here. 24-7, Denison leads, but Sherman threatening a little bit right now.
John Brown goes wide left, straight out behind Eric Bowen with 2 tight ends. Corey Best lined up as a tight end on the right side. They're going to fake it. Bowen run the option. He pitches it to Antoine Wilson. He's got some room inside the Jacket 25 down to about the 21 before Jamal Hole makes the stop along with Ronnie Braxton. Marking down at the 22-yard line. Pickup of 7.
Boy,
Second down at 3 for the Cats.
Kenny, the option is so hard to defend if it's run properly. You get a good ball fake up the middle, and you're going to lose your linebackers there and your safety.
Wilson now with 100 yards on the night. Sorry, Jay.
No, that's all right. You just have to have, everybody has to do their assignments perfectly or they're going to gain big yardage.
2 tight ends, Corey Best wide, James Jones wide left. It's Wilson. They fake it to Wilson. They're going to pitch it to James Colton, the sophomore, and he's hit hard after he gets close to the sideline. Molly hits him. Josh Gibson. No gain for Polk. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. 1 left. Denison leads 24-7 over the Sherman Bearcats in this year's Battle of the Axe. Yeah, it was a lot of confusion, wasn't it?
Oh, melee, buddy.
Third and 2 for the Bearcats from the Jacket 21-yard line. Power eye behind Eric Bowen, the sophomore quarterback. And they fake it. Bowen keeps it on the option. He's brought down. Aaron Hunt, Josh Gibson get him in the backfield. He didn't have time to decide whether or not he wanted to pitch. So run the football and he's dropped for a loss.
Well, it's just like I said, Kenny, it's hard to defend, but when it's defended right and no assignments are blown, you can do it. In the last 2 plays, Denison with an excellent job on defense, keeping to their assignments and limiting that option to hardly anything.
Loss of 3. Back to the 24-yard line where it'll be 4th down and about 5, and the Bearcats, of course, having to go for it here. Power eye look again, 2 tight ends. Eric Bowen barking out the snap count. And he's going to fake it. He rolls to his right. He's going to throw all the way back across the field. Man wide open. Incomplete. Was intended for Darnell Harris. He had it in his hands at the goal line. Looked like he kind of misread the flight of the ball.
I mean, you hate to see that.
Standing right underneath that ball. And then he kind of moves up a little bit. Finally, he has to jump for it a little, and it goes off his fingertips. Well, the Jackets take over. He was so wide open.
Well, the pressure's on you when you're standing all by yourself with nobody 20 yards away, and the ball's coming to you, and it's touchdown. It's Battle of the Axe. It's Sherman Denison, and the pressure just gets to you.
Jackets take over at their own 24-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 tight ends. Antoine Duncan's wide right. Michael Pugh goes in motion. And it's C-Rob running right. He's caught from behind. Wes Morrow brings him down. Morrow's had a heck of a ball game. Give Robertson a gain of 1 to the 25.
Man. Yeah, I just feel bad.
Feeling bad for Darnell.
I do.
Darnell Harris, 6 foot, 160 pounds, and only a sophomore. 5 on the line of scrimmage for the Bearcat defense. Marcus Walker goes split out wide left, 2 tight ends again. And it's C-Rob again on the sweep, running left, and he's hit hard. Guess who? It's Wes Morrow again on the stop.
Well, the Sherman defense responding well to the missed opportunity there on 4th and 5, and it really stuck it to Denison here, holding them to 2 plays for a gain of 1.
Chris Robertson now 18 carries, 95 yards, but we've talked about him not playing this long. Looks a little tired. Looks like he's taking his time getting up into those holes. 3rd down and 9 from their own 25 for Denison. They're going to run an end around to Aaron Hunt again. He's got some room as he gets around the outside. He's to the 30, the 35. And a late flag is thrown. On the far sidelines as Hunt was running out of bounds at about the 34. It's a pickup of 9 and just enough for a first down, it looks like. Personal foul against Sherman. Face masking penalty. They will definitely have the first down after that, even if they didn't have it. .9:41 to play in the ball game. Denison leads Sherman 24-7. District 7 4A championship on the line.
Wow. That's a big blow for Sherman right there, giving up that first down, plus the penalty with 9:41 to play now. And Denison with the ball with a 17-point lead. It looks bleak.
Denison from their own 49. C-Rob left side, off tackle. He's got a few. Gain of 3 to the Bearcat 48-yard line. Les Polk brings him down there. Bowers and Bilbrey check in for the Jackets. Walker and Pugh check out. 9:21 to play in the ball game. Two tight ends still. Aaron Hunt. Daniel Vogel. I'm sorry. Nick Bowers was lined up as a tight end. Now he's coming out wide right. Bilbrey's in the slot. And it's going to be the counter to Bashari Turner. He's in there at fullback, and he's hit just as he gets back to the line of scrimmage by Tim Holt. And just like Jay, kind of looks like Denison's, kind of moving in slow motion.
Well,
some of these plays.
Yeah.
There's a loss of 1 there for Turner back to the Bearcat 49.
Well, there's a couple things you got going tonight that are different than the previous games. This is the longest they've played, the first stringers. It's probably the coldest game that we've had of the season so far. So those things combined with the intensity of this game, you're going to see some tired bodies probably out there.
Aaron Hunt goes in motion this time. They're going to roll out. Terrence Riddick is. He wants to throw to Aaron Hunt. Incomplete. Nice defensive play by Darnell Harris, the sophomore, who dropped the touchdown pass just moments ago. And the Jackets are going to punt the football. Michael Pugh can get off a good punt here and pin them deep. Need another man on the field for the Jackets. Bashari Turner coming in late. Andrew Keener's snap was a little high. The only other punt of the game for the Jackets. This one right on the nose. Pugh's punt is a pretty good one. It bounces at the 20 and then straight across the field. Shane Yergin gets on it right at the 20-yard line.
29-yarder.
So Sherman sets up shop, 1st and 10 at their own 20. With exactly 8 minutes to play in the ball game.
Well, I think we're going to have to see some aerial attack here.
Ryan Prock is into the game. He's more likely to throw the football, although accuracy-wise, Eric Bowen's had a better season. John Brown's wide left, Corey Best wide right. And Proc's going to fake a handoff. Now he's going to run it right up the middle. He's got a little bit of room as he breaks one tackle, and Andrew Keener will bring him down at about the 26. Pickup of 6 there for Ryan Proc. Nice job of him. He was looking to throw the football to John Brown on the left side. Didn't have anything open after a 3-step drop. Knows that you can't wait around very long with that jagged defensive line. And Aaron Hunt was breathing down his neck. He runs it straight up the middle and picks up 6. Best goes wide right this time. Derwin Riddick comes wide left. Straight eye behind Ryan Proc. Proc is going to fake. He's going to roll a little to his right. He wants to throw. He's looking for Bess. He's going to throw toward Bess. It is caught at about the 38. Derek McDade then runs him out of bounds back at about the 30 to forward progress.
I don't know what's going on.
Nobody got a spot of where he caught the football. Is the only thing I'm worried about. I wondered about here. And now the head referee just walks up to the 38 and says, yeah, here looks like a good place.
Boy, you know. Stop me now, Kenny.
Pick up of 12. Well, that's one.
I mean, he should have gotten a spot there.
Yeah, that's about where
he caught the ball, and then he was driven backwards.
There was no beanbag or anything dropped there, and all the officials followed the play out of bounds, which was all the way back to about the 30-yard line. But nevertheless, they got about the right spot. 2 tight ends are going to hand off this time, Antoine Wilson. And he's got a little bit on the right side to about the 42. Actually turns out to be a pretty nice gain from the 38 to the 42, a pickup of 4 for Wilson.
I tell you what, Sherman's going to need to move the ball quicker.
Yeah. Much more quick.
And we're down to 6:30 to play now.
James Jones comes wide left, 2 tight ends set again for the Bearcats with a straight eye. Behind Ryan Proc, the quarterback. Proc's going to fake it. He's going to run the option down the line. He's looking to pitch, and he's hit from behind. Aaron Hunt chasing him down from all the way across the field. I think Ryan Proc was still kind of waiting, deciding what to do, thinking he had time. Didn't realize the defensive end from all the way from the other side of the field was going to catch him. Pick up of 1 before Aaron Hunt made that stop. Josh Gibson's been dominating defensively for the Jags tonight. He's got 14 tackles and a sack tonight. 3rd down at about 6 for the Bearcats from their own 43 and a half. Brock fakes it. He rolls to his right. He's under some pressure. Josh Gibson chasing him down. Aaron Hunt's got him all the way back at about the 34-yard line. All kinds of yellow jerseys around him. Paul Howard was back there, as well as Eddie Baker and Michael Phelps. A loss of 9 all the way back to the 34. And Sherman looks like they're content with just punting the football away and getting ready for the playoffs next week.
Well, in this game, you know, the grand scheme of things isn't much for Sherman.
Here's Harari's punt. Pretty good one. Nice spiral. Fair catch called by Jamal Hull at about the 35-yard line. Jackets will set up shop there. 1st and 10. 4:57 to play in the ball game. Jackets lead at 24-7. Denison next week, by the way, more than likely, in the scenarios we had at halftime with some other scores will play Fort Worth Brewer next Friday night, 7:30, Pennington Field in Bedford. No matter who they play, it's going to be Friday night, 7:30, Pennington Field in Bedford.
Right up there with
Terrence Riddick still in the quarterback for the Jackets. Most of the starters, maybe even all the starters, still in for Denison. Daniel Vogel is in there to tie it in. It's going to be Bashari Turner. He's the only one not a starter. He's got some room around left side. He's out across the 45-yard line to about the 46. It looks like a pickup of 11 for Bashari Turner. Ronnie Braxton will check back in. inside out formation to the left. Turner's over there. And it's a pitch out left side. Chris Robertson, he's hit hard as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. C-Rob still has not reached the 100-yard mark tonight. He might lose a yard here. And he will, back to the 44.
Well, you got to credit the Sherman defense on really containing Robertson tonight. Not many teams have been able to do that for the entire night.
Actually, there should be no gain, not a loss there for C-Rob, so 45. Well, still not necessarily a bad night. 20 carries, 98 yards.
No, but that's about half of what he normally would have. So,
two tight ends here. Marcus Walker is a wingback. Offset eye behind Riddick. It's going to be Bashari Turner, who's a fullback. He gets the pinch. He's getting around the outside. He's across midfield. Sherman territory at about the 42. Nice job by Turner. He's coming in and looks good. 13-yard pickup for Bashari Turner to the Bearcat 42-yard line. A couple of more first downs, and the Jackets probably able to take a knee.
that or score a touchdown. Score a touchdown, and this baby's out of reach. It's probably out of reach as it is.
Well,
here with 3:45 to play.
Adam Chacho checks in offensively here for Denison. Power eye look. And it's going to be Robertson again, and he's hitting the backfield. This time it's number 79, Brad Norris, who makes the stop back at about the 44. That's a loss of 2 for Chris Robertson there.
Well, they just got to run a few more plays, get another first down, like you said, and they can probably sit down on it.
Todd Hudson from Herald Democrats up here visiting with us. Says Chris Robertson's had 21 straight 100-yard games. Could be in jeopardy here. From the Bearcat 44, second down and 12. C-Rob's got it again, running left. He's got a hole this time. No, it's not in jeopardy. See you later. 15, 10, 5. Yellow Jacket touchdown. Chris Robertson. It's 30-7.
Well, Todd shouldn't have waited so long to give us that stat.
Bring that out. 44-yard touchdown run for Chris Robertson. Robert late attack on the extra point. Snaps back. Gibson's holds down. Robert Lay pulls it a little bit, but it's good. As Danny B gives us a sprint back for the kickoff. 2:35 to play in the ball game. Battle of the Axe 97. Jackets lead at 31-7. We're back for Yellow Jacket football in a moment on KIKM.
Heading lead 31-7 over the Bearcats of Sherman. And Kenny, boy, Chris Robertson just took that ball downtown on him. Busts right through the middle, cuts right, and he just explodes with that turbo burst of speed he had. Blew past.
Only took 4 plays, 65 yards, chewed up 2 minutes and 27 seconds off the clock, capped off 44-yard touchdown run by C-Rob, and the Jackets lead at 31-7 as Robert Lay set to kick off. Robertson now 22 carries, 140 yards. Jason Polk, the deep man. Robert Lay's kickoff is high. It's end over end. Polk takes it at the 8. Straight back up the middle, juking and jiving some more, and Brandon Key will be the first one to hit him at about the 25-yard line.
Well, and again, he comes up to the wedge, Kenny, and he just stops. Does a little shake and bake there.
All right, you know, you want to talk about some homing and stuff going on. When that kickoff took place, it was 2:27. Now it's a 2:24. That seems a little longer than a 3-second kickoff.
Well, the kick's supposed to start, the clock's supposed to start.
Not in the last 5 minutes
right,
of the game.
Right.
Ryan Frock, the quarterback. John Brown goes in motion from left to right. The Bearcats from their own 25. Frock's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw. It's complete to Antoine Wilson out of the backfield. He's hit at about the 29-yard line. Paul Howard knocks him out of bounds there after a pickup of only 4. They give him to the 30. We'll call it a pickup of 5 there on the pass from Prock to Wilson. 2nd down and 5 from their own 30. Riddick is wide left. He goes in motion for the Bearcats. Bess is wide right. 2 tight ends, and Prock wants to run the option. He has to turn it up. He's brought down by Michael Phelps from behind. Call it no gain there for Prock.
Well,
what?
Well.
John Brown comes split out of wide left. Corey Bess is wide right. 2 tight ends again. Antoine Wilson, the lone setback. Clock runs 1:44 to play. And they hand it off to Wilson this time. He's got some room up the middle. He's across the 35. Out to about the 39. That's enough for a 1st down. A pickup of 9 for Antoine Wilson.
And that'll stop the clock for a few seconds as they move the chains down, but it's not going to be enough here. There's 1:37 to play as the clock starts back up.
Derwin Riddick comes wide left. Bess is wide right. 2 tight ends again, and you think they're going to start airing it out, and they just never do. Prox wants to throw this time, though. He's going deep right side. Nice coverage. Corey Bess does a little pushing off, gets away with it, makes the catch at the 40-yard line.
Well, I'm glad you said that because it sure looked like it to me too. But either way, it was still a good catch because he had to come man down with some the foot in bounds, and he did do that. So 1:19 now to play in the game, 31-7. Sherman just going to get maybe some consolation points here.
21-yard pickup on that pass play. Brown's left, Bess is right this time. Again, 2 tight ends from the Jacket 40. And Prock wants to throw. He's being chased down by Aaron Hunt. He's going to throw at the last second. Intended for Bess and knocked away incomplete. Nice coverage by Antoine Duncan. Jay, I think one of the things you can hope if you're a Yellow Jacket fan is that Duncan can come back at 100% for the playoffs next week.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but really, I mean, you hate to see him out, but they haven't missed too much on special teams with him being out, with some younger guys stepping in to carry the load there for him, and they've looked real good. And you got to hope that everybody, both teams, you hope come out injury-free tonight. It looks like we haven't had any serious injuries, or really, I can't really think of too many people even being down tonight, but which is good news for both teams. Is we hope they both do well in the playoffs since they're going to be in different divisions.
Yeah.
That crazy deal.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
And after that incompletion, Bearcats will have it 2nd down and 10 from the Jacket 40-yard line. Antoine Wilson on the night, 24 carries, 113 yards. Riddick is wide left this time. They're going to give it to Wilson again, straight up the middle. He's got a little room again. Another run to about the Jacket 33. A pickup of about 7. Clock runs, 53 seconds to go in this year's Battle of the Axe. Thanks for listening to Denison Yellow Jacket football all season long at 101.7 KIKM Denison Sherman. Had kind of a long one here tonight. My word, coming up on 2.5 hours. Ryan Prock at quarterback. Straight out behind him. Fakes it to Wilson this time. Prock's going to roll to his right. Junior Johnston chasing him down. He throws. Incomplete. Was tipped just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Was intended for Les Polk. Almost intercepted by Jamal Hull. But it falls incomplete. Polk is Prock 5 out of 8 throwing the football tonight.
Well, it's going to be 4th down now. And Sherman's going to take a timeout here, I guess.
I guess they do want some of those consolation points you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, let's take a quick timeout with them then. We're just about done with this one, about ready to wrap it up. 25 seconds to play. Jackets lead 31-7. This is Yellow Jacket football on KIKM.
31-7, Denison will take the Battle of the Axe for 1997 this year. It's just a matter of they're going to hold them to 7 points. Hold Sherman, that is, to 7 points or not.
Riddick, Brown, and Wilson are all split out to the left. And Prock is looking to his left, wants to throw. He's under a lot of pressure. He breaks the tackle. Now he's got room, 30. Tries to put a move onto the 25. Daniel Vogel won't bite. Vogel brings him down there. After a pickup of 8, clock running with 15 seconds to play. They got to move the chain. Clock is stopped. The clock is stopped now. And now they got it going. Clock at 12. Bearcats will get off one more play, and that's going to be it.
Oh boy, look out here.
We'll see what they do, and they're going to throw it to the end zone, and it is caught. Sherman Bearcat touchdown. That's number 15, Eli Brown, 5'5", 160 pounds, and a senior. A couple of Jackets back there. Looked like they just kind of gave up a little bit.
Well, kind of a strange moment for Coach Bob Brown as he gets doused with a bucket of water or Powerade or something.
But
at the same moment, he gives up a touchdown. So,
yeah, well, he's probably not 100% happy about that.
No, he was definitely not happy as that happened. It was Chris Robertson and Terrence Riddick who did the dousing there, baptism over there with the Powerade.
Well, the clock has expired, but Sean Wren's going to try an extra point. And it's good. That's it for the Battle of the Axe. Football game is over. The Axe will stay in the Jacket locker room. They're in the Jacket trophy case for another year. And the scoreboard has already been turned out. Don't want to leave that up there. Final score from Bearcat Stadium tonight, the Denison Yellow Jackets 31, the Sherman Bearcats 14.